Alright, so this weekend, gonna do a little pre-summer maintenance. On the Jeep, got some coolant, got a new belt, heater hoses, and radiator hoses, and I got another electric fan. That's a OEM fan that I might try and get rid of the mechanical fan. But I think that's going to be a different video because I'm going to wire that up, and I'm not too sure if that's going to move enough air to keep this thing from overheating in the summer. But yeah, I want to do this now before it gets hot so I don't get stranded, because I know the heater hose, one of the heater hoses is pretty old, it's pretty mushy, and figured I'd just do the whole thing before the summer shows up. But yeah, belt on this thing is kind of old, it's cracked. And go over to the heater hose here. It's mushy. It needs to be replaced. And that's actually a Mopar hose right there. It has a factory clip on it. The rest of them don't. These have probably been changed, but if you look, got some wear marks. That might actually be from the hood. And there might be some wear marks here from touching the compressor. So we're going to go ahead and get that changed out. I know the lower hose actually rubs against the power steering. The biggest thing is, the biggest problem, I guess, would be that people don't cut these hoses to fit. Like, they don't really fit. So your aftermarket hoses, I mean, they have the right shapes, but they don't fit. They'll be too long. And they do that so you can make it work. They're always too long. So we're going to have to cut these to make them fit. And this one down here wasn't cut, so it's actually rubbing the power steering. And all I had to do was like pre-fit it and cut it. But we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, I'm probably going to replace that mechanical fan with one of these. I'm going to see if that works and it doesn't overheat. I have the bearing that's in there is bad, so I'm going to take the fan off anyway. I'll take this off anyway. I'll take all this off anyway at some point and replace that bearing. That'll be a different video also. So I figured I'd go ahead and try to run an E fan on this side. Same as this one. But from looking at it, I might have a gap end up right here. And I just might put another fan up in the front that pushes. So, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not going to do any type of flush on this. I'm not going to show you how to flush your shit. Simply because I'm in my garage. I'm not in a shop where I can make a big gigantic mess. I don't want this. When you do flushes, it needs to go somewhere. I don't have buckets. I'm not letting it go down the driveway, down the drain. So basically, I'm just going to try to drain this into one bucket and you know, replace the hoses, put some fresh coolant in it. It should be okay. It doesn't really, I don't think it really needs to be flushed. I mean, I had replaced this. These things are known for rusting, and look at that. It's not really not that old. It's rusting on the outside, so it's probably definitely rusting on the inside. But I had already replaced that. So the radiator, is it full of crap? Probably. The heater core in there isn't too old. It's like 2 years old. So I'm not going to be flushing shit. I don't think it really needs to be done, especially on a car that's old, unless you're having, you know, problems, like bad problems. It's overheating or something. But go ahead and get on that. Don't enough talking. Right. So on most of your radiators, you have like a drain, like a little valve. Okay. And let's see if I can show you. The drain valve on this Jeep is right here. Okay. Right here. And the actual coolant will come out of here. Anyways, there's supposed to be a knob right here. Like, you can turn it counterclockwise, and it will open this valve up and let all the coolant out. Well, this one's already been, somebody's already broken it off, so there's no way to turn it. So, you know, I'm not the first owner of this Jeep, but, you know. So the next thing to do would be, is you got to go ahead and just disconnect one of the lower hoses. And it usually makes a big mess, so that's what I'm going to have to do next. So Yeah, so you see right there the hose is touching the power steering. That's bad. Alright. It's gonna be a huge mess. Alright, that sucked pretty bad. Wear your glasses. I got it all over me. Whew. Oh. Ooh, damn. Yeah, definitely a huge mess. I was trying to do that. And it's hot. So warm. So I drove it this morning. Whew. It's not green, it's yellow, sort of. Just let it do its thing for a little while. Jesus. Rusty. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Since I got it open like this, I might run the hose through there. I might run the hose through it. I think I'm going to run the hose through it with the new hose on top. I'm not going to push this shit through the radiator. Well, I said I wasn't going to do this, but it looks like I am since I just took a bath in the shit, so. Puke water to come out. Good time to test fit this thing. Go ahead and slap it on right here. Alright. So this one fits on here. That fits pretty good. Gates make some good shit, so. Thing is, see, so I'm gonna end up cutting it because it's gonna sit here and whoops, it's gonna sit here and it might ride the shit out of the battery right there. So I don't want it to do that. And I like how they give you this, so it can touch the hood, touch the compressor without rubbing the hole. But it fits pretty good. So a little trimming here will pull the whole thing this way, pulled away from the battery. All right, see what kind of poop water I get to come out of it. So I'm gonna hook the hose back up. Since I'm doing this, I'm gonna hook the hose back up, and then I'll fill the radiator up with clean water, and then dump it again. I'm just trying to rinse out, you know, what's on top of the radiator. I think we're about full almost, yeah. Making a big old fat mess. Alright. And then I don't take a bath, so I'm gonna try to pop it from here. Big ass mess. Alright, cool. And then I just replace the hoses. There's the new house. Put it on the water pump. So you can already tell it's too long because I can't get it even in there, even close. So, still hitting here. So, not touching here, not touching here, which is cool. It's touching right here. So if I shorten this, I'll bring the hose over there. So, let's cut this hose right here, and it should be good. So they actually make some pliers or some cutters that will cut hoses nice and even, okay, which I don't have those, so I got it with some scissors. And let's just make it flat, and let's go after that much, see what happens. Let's see what that looks like. Alright, how does it sit now? Look at that. No problem. Plenty of room here. Plenty of room here. Not touching back back there. So yeah, if you're watching this, yeah, do me a favor, hit subscribe, man, if you like what you see, man, if you want some more tips like this. You know, so a little bit of care will go a long way, especially with aftermarket. Maybe your factory hose you wouldn't have to cut, but you know, anything aftermarket you're gonna have to cut. These Gates hoses are a real good quality. So happy with this. Just throw the clamps back on it, clamp them up, and do the rest of them like that. And what you can do is you can leave these labels on if you want, and you can actually write the dates on them if you wanted to, or write the dates on the hoses with a paint pen, so you know when you changed them. That's a little tip, extra tip for you there. And we'll get on the rest of it. Let's pull that guy up a little more. Then tighten him down. So this is gone. This one's so mushy, I gotta cut it off. So this hose probably would have left me stranded this summer. New one fits, and if I have to cut it, should. So this one, I don't have to cut this one at all, I don't think. That's good. What I do have to do is I have to move this clamp around and spin it around over here, because it will rub a hole in it. Alright. And, okay, so these clips here, okay. Now if you've never used one of these tools here before, if you get the chance to use one, you'll never go back to pliers ever again. So I highly recommend getting a pair of these, especially if you're going to do any type of radiator cooling system work. They're worth the money, especially if you're going back there behind like you know, motors and stuff like that. These will get you clips, and yeah, you'll never go back to pliers again. Yeah, so this clip, these pliers, these are like magic. So you can sit there and stick this anywhere you want. If you've ever had a fight with clamps, those days are over. You just get this and see how it works. And it would just grab it. You just pull the trigger. And it has a locking mechanism on it, where it'll keep it open. Okay. So, see, it's already loose. No fighting. Put a little bit more, get it right off. Okay. So yeah, if this was somewhere like in the firewall, you'd get this off so quick. Yeah. See, like this one's turned around all retarded and stuff. So let's find the best place to just stick that. And get the little claws. And just pull the trigger. And no more fighting. If you've ever had a fight, you know what I'm talking about. That's it. Booyah. And I'm not gonna fight with that. I'm just gonna cut it off. Alright, well, there you go. These gate hoses fit good. If you want links for the part numbers, they'll be down in the description box. And the next thing to do is going to be to fill and bleed. And I'll probably make that a different video, so look for part 2 on how to fill and bleed. That's going to use a tool that I have that will pretty much guarantee that you'll get all the air out of the system and you won't have any overheating problems. So hey, thanks for checking out the video. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, and you guys take care, be safe, have a good weekend.